I so after wasting I think so whole day, we are back for learning. Yeah, classic. Let's start it then. Anyone watching, please do subscribe. This is Fast API coding progress day 5. Fine. Yeah. So today in the afternoon, we did have we did go for this round, that is creating a user where we did not make use of the usual way of dumping the data into that of the database like we did into to dos. How we did a post request over here. If you could see, asterisk to do request from here, dot model dump, and this would dump all the fields that are present inside the to dos table into our db. Fine. Yeah. So in that of auth file, weren't able to do that because the hashed password and this password did not have a match, did not have the same name. So that's what that way of dumping the whole model was not efficient enough. Fine. Yeah. Now, and also we went through one of the most important thing, that is we did install two dependencies, two packages I would say, that is parslib and uh, parslib and hash. Was that hash? Let me check that scripts. Okay, we went into lib. Okay, bycrypt, sorry. Yeah. So we did make use of bycrypt. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. Yep. 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 Classic. Great. Let's move further. I can do that. Yep. 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 So two packages, parslib and bycrypt. Fine. Yes. And one thing that was to be kept in mind, that both of their versions should be matched so that uh, there won't be any build errors. That might happen. Right. Yeah. And along with that, we did import from parslib.context. We imported crypt context. Fine. Yes or no? Yeah. We did import crypt context, and here what thing we did, uh, we brought crypt context, and in that we passed schemas equals to bycrypt, comma, deprecated equals to auto. Fine. Yes. And that has been kept into bycrypt context. Fine. Yeah. Now doubts might there might be doubt in your mind that what is this schemas bycrypt and deprecated as auto, right? I do even have that. The course I follow in that it was not explained to the level up to the level, but yeah, we'll try understanding that what is the meaning of that and what things are to be considered in that, right? Yeah. Yep. 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 Hash user password. Yep. Yeah. Try understanding this. Try understanding this. Okay. Try understanding this. Come on. Okay, security problems. Okay, current issues. Okay, we had an issue that when we post this without using backycrypt, the password that we keep inside this as a username and their password was seen as it is, right? As or no, yes. And that is not a good practice. That is not a good practice, right? You get that? That is not a good practice. Yep. Yeah. Not a good practice. I get that. Okay. Okay. No worries. No worries. Let's go further. Security vulnerability, risk, and many more things were there. That's fine. So we brought in the hash using backycrypt algorithm. That's fine. Output would be something, some complex string which can't be uh, returned back into whatever it was already, right? Yeah. So now, okay, installing parslib, and we install along that backycrypt. That was the version 4.0.1. That's fine. Implementing from parslib.context import crypt context. That's fine. Then we had a backycrypt context, crypt context in schemas when the backycrypt and deprecated goes auto. So we have schema equals to backycrypt. Use a backycrypt hashing algorithm. So bcrypt is actually hashing algorithm. Okay, deprecated equals to handle. What does it do? So we said crypt context. In that we said schemas equals to bcrypt. So what we say, schemas equals to bcrypt means use bcrypt hashing algorithm. That is what it says. Schemas equals to bcrypt, we are saying that. What does it say? It says use bcrypt hashing algorithm. Fine, yes or no? Yes. Then we have deprecated equals to auto handle deprecated hash formats automatically. What does it say? Handle deprecated hash formats automatically. Deprecated equals to auto. What does it say? Handle deprecated hash formats automatically. So there might be different formats, uh, SHA, 256, something like that. I don't know, but might be in more detail. But there might be different formats in future. There might be different formats coming up. Those we want that to be auto handled. Fine, yes. So this setup requirement is required because the passlib to work properly. Fine, yes. So password hashing and implementation. Before it was plain text password. After that we hashed it. So now properly hashed password is being put over here, right? Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yeah. Properly hashed password is being put into it, right? Right? Yep, 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 yep. Now, one more thing. See, we want to hash this. So we did make use of this variable bcrypt context dot hash, and in that we pass this create user request dot password. We use this create user request dot password. You get that? You get that? Yeah. Right? Yep. 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 Getting that? Yes. Right? Yeah. And that is what we return as a response. Okay? When you actually hit this, you get a response, and that will show you all of these things what you have put into DB. Right? Yeah. So let us go with the next video. Right? So what we learned in this video, we got to know that. Yeah. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? Yep. It's very much clear. Right? Yeah. So let's go further. Let's go further. We did have data validation. Okay. Okay. No worries. So We did create hash users password. We did hash the users password. Yeah. Yes. Now let's go for save user to database. So now we want to save it to database. Still we haven't dumped it to database, right? As soon as we want that SQL injection that is to be injected. That is SQL injection. What is it done? Do over here. Uh, Before this post request happens, okay, okay, a session is created and that session is sent. That is nothing but the connection between that of the client and the server happens. I don't say client and server and the DB happens. This post request happens, then the DB's connection is actually cut. Fine, yeah. Instead of cut, we can say it is shut down, right? It is closed is the proper answer that you can give. Fine, yeah. Yep, yep. Doing great, doing great. Yep. I'm doing great, great. Okay, let's do it then. Yeah. Okay, stop scrolling on YouTube, please. Let's get back. Let's get back. Let's get back. Let's get back right here. Yep, close it down. Yeah, when this Twitter is not required, close it down. Yep. Need to focus while studying, Need to focus a lot. So as we thought, we shall be going into this to dos, and you know that how SQL injection and this DB setup has been done. Just we pick this code, okay, and then we come into here and would say under where you have or Pydantic validation, under that you can paste it. Now session local comes from that of I could have said that, but session local has its own coming from where did social local come? Let's check it that out. Okay, from the database itself. Sorry for that. From the database itself, classic. Annotated comes from typing, classic. Then session came from what? Session came from what? Let's check this. Oh. Session came from what? SQLAlchemy.orm session. Okay. And okay. Why didn't okay? You have to put it capital, right? Session. Put it properly. Don't depends come from that of fast API. Okay. Yep. Classic. Okay. Yeah. Now you know what to do. Now you know what to do, right? Yeah, I think so. I know what to do. So we have our db dot add. What to add? Create user underscore model, right? Now this db would be coming from over here. db being what is it? It is db underscore dependency, right? Yeah. And then we shall say db dot commit. Okay. Commit, what it does, you commit manually. So we have told that we'll commit manually earlier. We'll flush manually, we'll commit manually. Fine. Yeah. That is what we are told. Where we are told in the database py, where we say auto commit as false and auto flush as false. So we are manually going to commit and manually going to flush the data. Fine. Yeah. That is what it is. Classic. And also from Starlet, we import status. Okay. Yeah. And that status, we are actually, what are we doing? We are manually telling the status code equals to status dot http 201 underscore created. So when this successfully creates a user, then it would actually show us this 201 as a status code, right? Yeah, you get that. Yep. So db.commit is actually going to call transaction to the database to add or delete user. So let's go into our terminal. Fine, yeah. First of all, let me activate our virtual environment. FastAPI env scripts, and then we have .bat. Fine, sorry, that opens up our virtual environment, and then we have is what we have is what uvcon uvcon main is to app dash dash reload. Fine, yes or no? Yes, this is what we have. And then we do run this. Yeah, I want to go in that of docs. Fine, yeah. There is error, could not import module. Sorry, yeah, I know what is happening. We are not inside the uh, uh, what do we say, to do's folder where our project resides, right? To do app. So I would say now uvcon main is to app dash dash reload. Fine, yeah. So that shall solve our query. Okay, there is some error. Yeah, what is that error about? That says the problem is the okay self dot run. Okay, okay, from to do dot database import session local name to do app. So I would not say, I would say database directly. Yeah, that solves our problem. Let me go into slash docs. What is that going to do? It's going to bring us to this. Try it out. We can try it out, and it would actually post it in our DB, right? Yeah, because we have made the DB connection. That's great one. No worries. The main learning comes in the JWT tokens. What has happened outside now is smaller apps like us where there are no users and where people get to know that, oh, this is the users part. Let us not waste time, right?